Hi, Brandon Hardison for Champion Strategies and our daily edition of public speaking. Once again, we do this for all of the people that are trying to get in front of the room. One day we'll be back. Also, for you first time teachers, we did a segment just for you this past week. And also for those people that are new managers, supervisors, or anyone that is in front of a group of people. Public speaking is folks trying to get your message. You're the leader. They need to understand content. They need to understand processes, whatever it may be. And for the people that are already public speaking and just want to pick up some tips here and there without paying for them, that's why we do it. Or if you would love to go and see what a 2 year, 4 year institution with public speaking can do for you, please do. Or there's some other reputable sites that are out there, but we do it just to give you some ideas. So, want you to put your imagination hat on with me as I take you through this journey. Last year, I attended a keynote presentation by a major television host right here in Atlanta, which may sound a little interesting enough, but what happened at this event may make you think twice about how fine tuned your public speaking skills really are. It all started very innocently enough with a representative from the hosting organization when they got up to introduce the keynote speaker. But what happened next can only be described as a complete public speaking traditional meltdown. And I mean a complete meltdown. It was really a nightmare if you were the person that got up. So, after taking the stage very nervously and placing herself behind the podium, she immediately launched into about a 20-minute litany about herself and her quirky mother and the 9 rooms in her house and her alcoholic father and her trip to Boston, her move to New York, and et cetera, et cetera. And as she rested her elbows on the podium, she held tightly her face to the gooseneck microphone and try to imagine that. And while this was going on, she never got around to introducing who the keynote speaker was. So imagine the audience, growing frustration, chairs are starting to being scurried and shifted around the room. People are starting to moan and beginning to give her signals to hurry up. Let's get this thing moving. Yet all the warning signs did not mean nothing to her. She even got heckled by the audience. Then eventually get off the stage started to come in from some of the people in the audience, but she just kept going. This was a prominent, well to do, money making business audience, and they were ready for the show to go on. So not only did she never get to the point, but she failed completely in her duty, which was to introduce and honor the keynote speaker. So after realizing this blunder professionally, due to the loud heckling from myself and the rest of the audience, she politely said, "Well, it looks like I've run out of time. Oh, really? Though she tried to regain her composure, she began reading the guest speaker's credentials off on a page in a monotone voice, like she was reading the name from a phone book. I can honestly tell you it was truly a painful experience sitting and listening. And as she was slowly self destructing on the stage. So, this is just one example I just wanted to share with you about mishaps that can and might happen to you. When you're not prepared, when you're distracted, when you have other things on your mind besides the purpose at hand, and in this case, just to introduce the keynote speaker, please make sure what I say all of the time: practice, 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 practice. It will save you the embarrassment. It will save you what they're going to print. It will save you from people nowadays with their videos on their phones. It will save you all of that embarrassment if you just practice. Now, do we have to practice long? No. I will take short bites. Give me 2 minutes here, take a break. Give me another couple of minutes, take a break, until eventually we can feel comfortable and confident with whatever content you're trying to get across to your audience. So, once again, whether you're a classroom teacher, whether you're a new supervisor or manager leading people, or whether you are a public speaker and you're trying to get to that keynote position, we all have good days and bad days. But the thing you need to remember, the audience came to hear you talk about whatever subject matter that you're an expert in. So the show must go on. That's what they paid for. So if this has been some help to you, once again, Brandon Hardison, as always, in party, going out and making a champion.